Send the ravens.
Send the ravens. Welcome to the Game of Thrones podcast. Oh, wait, we changed the name.
Yeah, because
we got a new name. Our new name for the podcast is Over the Wall.
Over the Wall.
Yeah. Tweet at us and tell us what you think about that name. Hopefully you like it. We are Media Maniacs. I am Brendan.
And I am Chad.
And we don't have Mike today because of scheduling conflictions. He has to work, but he will definitely be here for the next episode.
Yep. And it sucks because me and him, we saw a premiere of the Game of Thrones Season 5 early on the Friday before, and it was a really cool event.
Bastards.
It was really awesome. I won a Game of Thrones puzzle of Westeros.
Did you do it yet?
No, I haven't opened it yet.
Okay. It's like a 3D puzzle.
Yeah, it's a 3D
map.
puzzle, yeah. It's a map, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I won that in a trivia contest.
Nice.
I'm a boss.
Because you know everything.
Yeah.
You know the name of the random slave dude.
Yes, I do. We'll get there.
Yeah. All right, so we've got our first 2 season recaps up on YouTube right now. 3 has been recorded, and I'm working on it, but school is taking over my life, so there's that.
It's understandable.
And then 4 we haven't recorded yet because I hadn't finished season 4 until the premiere of season 5. So that we will be working on that as well, and that will surely come eventually. In the meantime, you've got our weekly episode podcasts for the next 10 weeks.
And we're going to try to get these out earlier than the day before.
Yeah, we're recording this.
This will probably go up on Sunday.
Yeah, we're recording this on Saturday, the day before episode 2 airs. So hopefully we can do this a little bit sooner next time. And hopefully we'll get this up like tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
But all right, so today we're talking about episode 1 of season 5 of Game of Thrones. If you have not seen this episode, I recommend you go watch it before listening to this podcast.
Yes.
Unless you are into spoilers.
Yeah, we're just going to spoil everything.
I need the episode title.
I forget what it is. But also, so we're going to do this a little differently than our season reviews. In the season reviews, we did basically just chronologically every episode. For this, we're just going to separate it by character or characters.
Yeah.
If they share a majority of their scenes together. Just to kind of give a little more structure to it so people aren't confused as to what happens.
All right, so this is the first episode of season 5. It's called The Wars to Come. That is an interesting title.
Yeah.
Does that mean there's a war coming? Probably.
I mean, it's just wars everywhere.
Yeah, all the time. Looks like we have up to episode 7 in titles.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too.
So, if you don't want to know the episode titles, then don't listen to like the next 2 minutes. But let's just go through this. Tomorrow's episode is The House of Black and White, whatever that means. Episode 3 is High Sparrow.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be some drugs in that episode.
Not really. Well, maybe.
Episode 4 is The Son of the Harpy.
Sons of the Harpy.
The Sons of the Harpy. So that probably has to do with the group that's going after Daenerys.
In Marine.
Episode 5, Kill the Boy. I mean, the only boy that I can think of is Bran, and we know that he's not going to be in this season.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, he's not. They've stated that he is not in this.
Episode 6, Unbowed, Unbent, Unbroken.
That's the house words of House Martell.
Okay, wait, who are they?
The guys in Dorne. The Viper.
Oh, okay. So they're going to play a role this season. And then lastly, episode 7, The Gift.
That's a reference to the North.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the air dates, and I don't think there is a week off. I think they're all.
Is there usually?
Sometimes just scheduling HBO, they especially like during like if it was like during like 4th of July.
Yeah.
They take that week off
Oh,
for
okay.
shows. So because I think the last season they had a week off on one. So thankfully we don't have to wait any weeks.
Nice.
So it's just all 10 weeks out.
Yep, and if you're in the know, then you're already 4 episodes ahead of everyone. Because apparently the first 4 episodes of this season leaked online. I personally don't want to watch them because I don't want to have to then wait 4 weeks for a new episode.
That'd be just terrible.
Yeah.
That's just awful.
I know somebody who did watch them, and he isn't very happy about it now.
Yeah, stupid.
All right, so other news that we have, real quick before we start talking about the episode. Apparently, Season 5 is going to start changing things from the book.
Yes.
Like, new people that don't die in the book are going to die in the show. How do you feel about that?
I'm scared. As a book reader, I'm frightened.
Yeah. It is scary. I personally don't think they're going to kill anyone major, like Tyrion, unless he dies in the book. But
yeah,
like Podrick. I mean, that'd be horrible if he doesn't die in the book and then they killed him in the show. But I think he's minor enough of a character that they could just kill him off. I think it'll be something like that. Not someone that's super important.
I mean,
but I don't know.
This is Game of Thrones we're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. They killed Ned Stark and Robb Stark and everyone else.
Yeah. Spoilers, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, like as a book reader, this is frightening territory because like it's part of the reason I love this show is like I like know what's going on. Like I can like see everyone who's like watching it for the first time. Like record the reaction. So I'm like thinking, do I want to keep watching the show or do I want to wait for the book? It's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Do I want to have the book spoiled for me or do I have the show spoiled for me now?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, eventually, this season's going to catch up to the books.
Well, in some instances, they've already caught up.
Yeah, like Bran's story is finished.
Yeah, they've caught up to Bran, and that was in season 4. And they've caught up to him. This season, they caught up to Sansa this season. We'll talk about that. So they're already set, and they're already going forward.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, this is...
So, like, who knows what'll happen by the time season 6 is out?
Yeah.
In a year? I mean, is book 6 going to be out by then?
It's supposed to be out next year. It's supposed... He said not this year, so it's better damn be next year.
Yeah.
So, come on, George.
But even then, he only has another year to write the next book before season 7.
That's not going to happen.
So eventually the show is going to get past the book and they know how it all ends.
Yeah, but the two creators, they visited with George Martin. They know what the end game is, so they can create the show. So that's, reassuring.
Yeah.
That they're not just going to create a new...
What if George R.R. Martin decided to just change his original ending just so that the books sell?
Oh, he would do that, wouldn't he? Maybe.
Now, with new ending.
Yeah. Alternate. Yeah,
even more people die.
Yeah, everyone dies.
I think that's... I thought that I had heard that his original ending was going to kill everyone. That he wanted everyone to die. But now that the show is a thing and that people really like the characters, he's not going to kill everyone.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll see. I don't think he would ever have killed Tyrion because Tyrion is his... It's him.
Yeah, it's him.
It's him. That's his representation of himself.
Yeah.
And Arya is his wife's favorite character, so he would never kill Arya either. He has stated this.
Oh, okay.
So...
Interesting.
Those two would be safe no matter what.
But maybe not
I don't know, man. I'm stressing out.
Yeah.
I'm like freaking out. I'm like, do I want to keep watching? What do I do? It's like, well, of course we're gonna keep watching. Of course I am.
Because it's a great show.
Yeah. And I don't know how they're gonna do this whole 5th season be the 4th and 5th books. That's crazy to me. So
Because why? Because there's so much
there's
story.
so
left?
much stuff going on.
Okay.
Because it's just because you had to split into 2 books.
Yeah.
That's why they're the 4th and 5th book. Because
Yeah.
it was supposed to be just 2 trilogies. It was supposed to be just the first 3 books,
Yep.
and then it's like, well, shit, 4 and 5, they gotta just split it off here. That's why there's 7 books.
What if book 6 became 2 books?
Oh God. I need it to end. I need it to end. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll be like the rest of you guys. I'll not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
All right, so let's get into the episode. Like Chad said, we're gonna split this up by character. So first, I think in the episode, the first person we see is Cersei as a little girl.
Yeah, as a girl, yeah.
And she's meeting with a witch.
Yeah, I forget her name. It's like Mad Meg or something like that. I don't know.
And
for sure.
she tells her future, I guess. And I don't really see the significance in this scene.
You didn't?
No. Maybe.
Because she told her exactly what happened. She didn't marry the prince. She married a king.
Yep.
The king had 20 kids, but she didn't.
Yeah.
2 kids, gold were their crowns.
Yeah.
Blonde hair. And a younger, prettier version of her is going to take over. Now, who that is up for debate. Is it Marjorie? Is it Dany? It's like, we don't know. So
That's a good point. Okay. I just thought that we already kind of knew all that, but the part where she says that a younger, prettier version of her will...
yeah, because that's why she hates Marjorie so much. Because she thinks it's Marjorie. Because she thinks it's Marjorie.
But it could be someone else.
That's why she's so scared with Tommen being with her son. So she's really... Because she's just really focused on that.
That's kind of a weird relationship, little boy and Marjorie. How old is he?
In the show, I think he's like 17, 18.
Really?
Maybe even younger.
He looks 15.
Maybe
14.
16. I think in the books he's like 10,
Okay.
12.
So it's a lot more.
I think maybe 12. And and I think Marjorie in the book is like, she's like maybe 20, maybe a little younger. Everyone in the books is way younger than in the show. It's really crazy. Like especially Arya, it's like she's just killing people and she's like 8 or 9. Like, it's crazy. Bran's like 7 and he's just like run through the woods.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it is a weird, but it's just like they had to marry for the alliances.
Yeah.
So that's why they're married.
Yeah. So Cersei and Jaime are talking after that scene with the witch about their father who has just been killed by Tyrion.
Oh my god. On the potty.
Yes, on the toilet. And so they go to see his body, and he's got some creepy eye rocks on his face.
Yeah.
And Cersei, I guess essentially, she accuses Jaime of pretty much killing their father. Because she knows that he let Tyrion go and that Tyrion then killed Tywin. So she's not very happy with him. And as we know, they are lovers.
Yeah, so she would never rat him out. You know, that's the thing. She still loves him, so she would never...
And just in the episode before that, in season 4, she was saying how she told Tywin that they were a couple and that she wanted everyone to know. Yeah. And now she pretty much hates him.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
So... Oh well, poor Jaime. Not really.
Yeah, I think that's the last we see of Jaime.
Yes, and then later on, Cersei goes to Tywin's wake.
Yeah, I think it was a wake.
Something like that.
Some sort of gathering.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Tywin has a brother.
Yeah, Kevin.
Which is horrifying.
Yeah.
His name is Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
That doesn't fit in.
No, it doesn't. I know. I think it's like Kevan.
Oh, well, of course.
Kevan. But he's... In the books, he's kind of a bigger character. I'm surprised that they even... I thought if they were going to introduce him, they've done it earlier. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised they waited till now to introduce him. But he basically becomes the Hand.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's kind of a more important character in the books than he has been in the show. But he's now established.
Is he like Tywin 2.0?
No, he's way below Tywin. Tywin is just this top of the chain alpha male. And Kevin is just he's not incompetent by any means.
Yeah.
But he's nowhere near on the level of Tywin.
He's just Kevin.
He just kind of he just maintains because he's been keeping control of Casterly Rock while Tywin's been away.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And then Lancel shows up for some reason. This little scrawny blonde kid from season 1 and 2.
I think just season 1. I don't think he's in. He's in 2. He's in 2. Yeah, you're right.
Who we haven't seen for a while, and he's short brown hair, and buff and religious.
Yeah. So he's just there mainly to establish this thing called the Sparrows, which is a religious sect.
Okay, so that sort of explains that episode title that we had.
Yes. So they're going to be a major player here. They're a religious sect of the Seven, which most of Westeros believes in. And they're gaining a lot of power now that the Tywin's dead. They're gaining power with the common folk. And so they're going to be a major player here in the season to come.
Okay.
So keep an eye out for that.
Okay, so that was important.
That was, yes. If you didn't know what was happening, you're just like, why the hell is he there?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Okay, and then that's all we get from Cersei and Jaime. Then we go to Varys and Tyrion. Last season, Tyrion was put in a crate and put on a boat, and Varys took him to Essos.
Yep.
Which, I mean, it was kind of predictable.
Yeah.
To go to Essos.
And they go to Pentos is the name of the city-state. Some guy on the internet, he mapped out how long it was. That Tyrion was in the crate.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be about like 10 to 14 days.
Okay.
That's how long.
He grew a beard in that amount of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then he gets let out of a crate, and he's like, was it really necessary to keep me in a crate? Because, people gotta go to the bathroom, and he's in a crate.
Yeah, he had to physically shove his poop through the air hole.
Yeah.
And then Varys had to then scoop it up and throw it overboard.
Yeah. So that was interesting. The first thing Tyrion does when he gets out is get some alcohol.
Yep.
Because that's what he does.
To drink.
Then he throws up and then continues drinking like a boss.
And he's really emo right now. He's just like, whatever.
Well, yeah, he just killed his girlfriend and his dad.
His dad, yeah.
After being accused for killing his nephew.
Yeah.
So, he's
just kind of just whatever.
He's experiencing the loss of a Stark. in a way. And Varys tells Tyrion that he is part of a group that is trying to bring the Targaryens back to power. Yep. Which I think was sort of very heavily foreshadowed in season 1.
Yes.
When he met with Illyrio.
Yes.
Which, if you go back and listen to our season 1 recap, was something that I completely missed in season 1 because it's an easily missable scene because you don't really know.
Yeah, because you don't see who's talking.
Yeah.
And you've seen Illyrio
once.
I think he's in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, 3. I think he's in the first episode, the second, because they have the wedding.
Yeah.
And then I think he's in that episode.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yep. And it's such a short scene too. But that is the foreshadowing.
Yeah.
This entire time Varys has really been in alliance with the Targaryens. But I don't know if Dany even really knows that.
They don't know. This is an independent group of people. So that's why they married her off to Khal Drogo.
Yeah.
To get an army for... Specifically, it was for her brother, Viserys.
Yeah.
They wanted to get him in there. But that's not an option anymore, so they're trying to get Dany.
Oh, okay. So originally they were just going to try and get him.
Yeah. Well, any Targaryen. And he was the...
Oh, okay.
And he had the better claim because he was the older brother.
Right. But now Daenerys has dragons.
Yeah.
And then Varys is like, Tyrion, let's change the world.
Yeah.
And so he's going to take Tyrion to go meet Dany, which is really exciting because...
Road trip.
Well, yeah. But Varys has told Tyrion that Tyrion is the only man that can change Westeros.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you pointed out he's the only man, whereas the woman would be Dany.
Yeah.
So them together, I think, is going to be really interesting and kind of awesome.
Yeah, we'll see.
They have the potential to change the world.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
We'll see if they ever
see.
even meet.
Road trip. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Road trip.
All right, so then we go to...
And I just wanted to say that, again, Varys is, like, my favorite character on the show.
Yeah.
Like, specifically because of the actor's portrayal. So good. Just, the two scenes they have together is just brilliant. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
No, you're right. Most of the scenes that Varys has with Tyrion are great.
Yeah. I think it's just very underrated part. People don't understand how good of an actor, I think his name's Conleth Hill, is. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
All right, so then we go to Daenerys' story. One of her Unsullied goes to a brothel.
Try and get sullied.
Wow.
Well, not really. He just...
No, yeah, he just wants some cuddling.
Yeah.
I want to say I got the impression that that's like a motherly thing. Like they didn't really have parents.
That's what I'm thinking too.
So they're not really interested in having sexual relations. They just kind of want someone to love them.
Affection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gets his throat slit.
Yep. By the Sons of the Harpy.
Yes. So this is a group that is opposed to Daenerys.
Yeah.
And are they part of the Masters?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the Masters are pretty much the slave owners from all the towns that she has abolished slavery in. So
it's hard to be called Slaver's Bay without slaves.
What?
It's hard to be called Slaver's Bay, which is the area that these three cities.
Oh, really?
They're called Slaver's Bay because that's where all the slave trade comes from.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
So without that, it's kind of like
it's kind of a dumb name now.
Yeah.
So I don't really know if she knows what to do about this. I think she's not intimidated.
No, she's not. She thinks that she's just gonna smash him like she did everything else.
Yeah, but something tells me that's not really gonna work out.
Because every foe she's dealt with so far, she's been able to be out in front of. These people are now in the shadows.
Yeah.
Trying to be around her.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Yeah, and they're masked, so we don't even know who they are.
No, we don't.
Could be anybody. And then she has a meeting with one of the slaves, whose name is...
Wait,
the slave.
Oh, the slave?
The slave.
What slave? No, the slave, the former master?
Is that who he was?
Yeah, he was a master.
No, he's a slave.
He was a slave owner. No, he was a master.
Okay, well, whatever. Yeah. What's his name?
Hisdar Zoloric.
Okay. So he's a former master.
Yes.
Okay.
He threw me off there.
He comes to Daenerys and he wants...
Well, because he was sent by Daenerys in the previous season with Dario because after she's left these two cities first, they've kind of went back into chaos. So she sent these guys out to try to reestablish.
Yeah.
So they're coming back with their
information.
Yeah, basically.
And so he tells her that the slaves want the fighting pits.
The masters.
The masters. Okay, I thought it was the slaves.
No.
Okay, the masters want these fighting pits to be re-implemented in their town, which is like where slaves go and fight to the death. Yep. That's what it used to be, but now what it could be is volunteers who come in. Yeah. Is what it sounded like. Yeah. Which is more ethical.
Because think of it as like bullfighting in Spanish culture.
Yeah. But with people, and killing.
Yeah. And, with the abolishment of slavery, that could be economically another thing that they could have.
Yeah.
But Dany's not having it.
Right. She's like, no way. But I forget, did he didn't convince her in the end? Or
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
We'll see if she acquiesces.
All right. So, as we know, one of Daenerys' dragons is Rogue.
Yeah, Drogon. He's the biggest and baddest.
Even the dragons have names?
Yeah. Drogon, Rhaegal, and Viserion.
All right. I'm not going to remember that. I'll remember Drogon.
Because Drogo, Rhaegal for her brother Rhaegar, and Viserion for Viserys.
Okay. That makes sense. So one of the dragons is Rogue, and last season she put the other two locked up in
the fighting pits.
In the fighting pits. Okay.
Yes. To kind of bring it around.
All right. So then that's why she goes down there. Yeah. Maybe is because.
Well, because the previous scene after post coital with Dario.
Oh yeah, she had sex.
And he's like, "You're not really dragon queen without dragons.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like...
Oh, yeah, that was an important scene.
Yeah, because he's trying to convince her to open the fighting pits.
Yes.
Because he used to be a pit fighter, and a very famous one. So he wants them open. He likes them. And he's also like, if you want respect, you gotta get your dragons back up to prominence.
Yeah, and didn't he say that he was a slave?
Yeah.
And that his slave owner put him and like trained him and put him into the fighting pits, and that's what made him who he is today.
Yep, and then he did so well for his master, he freed him.
Right. So he's an interesting case study on how the fighting pits could be a good thing.
Exactly.
So then she goes to check on the dragons, and they're not very happy with her because she's locked them up in this like pitch dark dungeon. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if they
grew big. They grew pretty big.
Oh yeah, they're much bigger. Every season, they just like the season ends and then they just grow bigger.
Yep.
Yeah, they're really big and scary.
And they're pissed.
And they're very angry, and she has to like run out of the room before they kill her. So I don't really know what she's gonna do about this, because if her dragons don't like her, one's rogue. I mean, that's kind of what she had going for her, is that she has dragons, and if they're not gonna listen to her, then she's kind of screwed. But
so we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah. All right. Then we got Jon Snow, Stannis, Melisandre, and Mance.
Yeah. The majority of the episode took place up north.
Yeah, because now we have three... I mean, like, essentially two of our main storylines have now become one at the end of last season, with Stannis coming to Castle Black and taking over?
Occupied,
okay. And do they recognize him as king?
To his face.
Okay, yeah.
But I think if Tommen showed up, they would do the same to Tommen.
Okay.
He helped beat off the wildlings.
Yeah, he
so
did.
They're gonna call him king. It's like, and they're not so interested. The Night's Watch, they're not so interested with politics. They just keep the North safe, keep the wall safe. That's all they care about. They don't care who's the king.
Right.
They don't care who's in power.
Because they were all like sent there as a punishment.
Yeah, basically.
Who do they care who's king?
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't really matter to them so much.
All right, so Jon is training the little boy that killed his girlfriend.
That was kind of weird, but
I think I yelled at the TV when it came on.
You're like, that kid.
Because that's just so messed up to me, but whatever. I mean, I guess he's there. He should learn how to fight.
Yeah.
But he did kill Jon's girlfriend.
Like he didn't
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, he didn't really care. Like it didn't seem like he was going at him too hard.
Jon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he cares that Ygritte is dead.
Yeah, but I don't think he blames the kid so much.
Yeah. And did he take her body over the wall in this episode?
No, it was last episode.
Last episode, okay.
And burned her.
Yeah, so whatever. He's training the kid.
Yeah.
I don't care. So then he goes... I guess Stannis wants to talk to him.
Yeah, on the wall.
And I think Melisandre comes up to him and tells him that. And then, so they go up the long elevator ride to the top of the wall together. And she asks him if he's a virgin. And
starts to take a liking to him.
Yeah, she's kind of flirting with Jon. Although I think she pretty much flirts with everyone.
Well, there is a reason.
Whenever she wants something. Whatever happened to Grenly?
Gendry. That's another thing. Like, we don't really...
But he got set free and then they...
Yeah, Davos set him free.
Okay, yeah, so we don't know what happened to him.
But if you think about why she has an interest in Jon Snow, there is a reason that she might be. And it's a theory so far, but I think it's
right. I think that theory that we talked about in the season 1 recap.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that he is a Targaryen?
Yes.
Okay.
So if he's a Targaryen, he could have a claim to the throne.
Right.
So he could be a king, and she likes king blood.
Yes.
Because she uses magic with that shit, so...
And would she be able to use magic to determine whether or not he has Targaryen blood?
I think she knows.
You think she just knows?
I think she knows.
Okay.
I think she knows.
And the books haven't confirmed this theory,
Nope.
right? Okay.
But it's
So that'll be something really interesting to watch this season.
yeah.
Is whether or not the show goes the route of the fan
Yeah.
theory and turns
we'll see.
Jon Snow into a Targaryen. Okay, and then Jon gets to the top of the wall and he talks with Stannis, and Stannis wants him to talk to Mance.
Yeah.
Because they have a rapport, or just because?
Yeah, because
Okay.
well, he found them together, so
Yeah.
he likes John because he was Ned's son.
Right, and the Baratheons and the Starks got along.
Yeah, well, yeah. Robert was Ned's best friend,
Right.
and the king, and then when Robert died, Ned tried to make Stannis the rightful king. When Renly was like,
Yes,
"Oh, hey,
okay.
make me king," like, no, he's older, so he's got to follow
Yeah.
the succession.
All right, so yeah. So Stannis asked Jon to talk to Mance because Stannis wants an army,
Yes.
and Mance has an army of wildlings, and Stannis wants to use an army to take back the North from Roose Bolton,
Yeah.
who is the dick that killed all the Starks.
Yep. And Ramsay Bolton, his bastard son,
Yes.
who's just douche.
Yeah.
So basically, Stannis just wants to reclaim land right now. He wants to gain more power.
Yeah.
And also, Melisandre, she knows that like the walkers are like a threat.
Yeah.
So that's why she steered Stannis up north.
Okay. To combat them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they need to get as much power as they can in the north to try to fight the White Walkers
Okay.
when they do make a move.
All right. So they're probably going to be there for a while.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
going to be a bit.
So then Jon goes and he talks to Mance, because that's what Stannis asked him to do, and Mance is like, no. He doesn't want to...
doesn't
first
wanna
of all,
kneel.
he doesn't want to kneel. He said, essentially, that if he kneels, that he'll like lose the respect
Yeah.
of his people, and that he's actually afraid of losing the respect of his people.
He'd rather die than risk his reputation.
Right, and that's what happens.
Yep.
Jon,
And he didn't want any wildlings to die for the Southerners, as they call them.
Yes. And Jon tells him that, if you don't do this, they're going to kill you. And he's like, so be it.
Yep.
And he also, I think he said that he's afraid to die.
Oh, yeah.
But he's more afraid of losing the respect of his people.
Yeah.
So he is set on fire, which is just a horrible way to die.
Not ideal.
Yeah, no. And all the wildlings that they've captured have to watch. And, everyone really is watching.
Everyone's watching.
And then Jon Snow is like, I don't want to watch this. And he walks away, and you're like, oh, where did he go? And then he shoots an arrow into Mance's heart to put him out of his misery, which was kind of a treasonous act.
Yeah.
But a very noble act at the same time.
Yeah, we'll see the fallout from that.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah. All right, and that's Jon's story.
And I want to say, the actor Kit Harington, who plays John, he gets a lot of crap
For what?
for not being a good actor.
Really?
I think it's awesome.
Oh, he's a great
I
actor.
think it's great.
Yeah.
But like I read a lot of stuff online that people just do not like him.
Huh.
So I think this was one of his better episodes by far.
Yeah.
So
I think he's a good actor.
yeah, I think so too.
I think everyone on the show is good.
Yeah. I can't think of a single, except for
Lancel.
I mean, even characters you didn't like, they're still good actors.
Yeah.
Maybe Theon, maybe Alfie Allen isn't that good. But
Maybe.
he's better than most of the stuff that's on TV.
Yeah. I think he just has a funny face. All right, so then we go to Littlefinger and Sansa. They're just kind of sitting around. I don't know what they're doing at this location.
So they're in this place called the Vale.
Yeah.
Which is where, well, like, Littlefinger is now the protector of it.
Okay, so he's like the ruler of the Vale.
So yeah, he's ruling the Vale because he married Lysa
And then killed her.
and then killed her, and then Robin, the boy, is too young. So they're going. I forget where they go. I forget I forget which house they're fostering him at. But basically, they're just they go to boarding school.
Okay, so they're dropping Robin off
Yeah.
to get trained to be a knight.
Basically.
And he's not good at it at all.
No, he sucks.
This
is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a very funny scene. He's just so bad at...
Well, because he's been coddled his whole life.
Yeah.
And so now it's kind of just like, well, tough shit, man.
Yeah.
You gotta...
It'll be
you gotta man up here.
It'll be interesting to see if they come back eventually and he's like a buff knight and he's just like the best.
Maybe.
But probably not. He'll probably be dead.
Yeah, probably.
And then Littlefinger gets a note, a letter. We don't know what the letter says.
I don't know what this is, yeah.
And he gives a weird little look, and Sansa's like...
Yeah, because Sansa's trying to maybe read it, and he's like, bitch.
Yeah, so you don't even know what the
no, because like I said, so the last scene that Sansa was in season 4, I think it was episode 8, because 9 was the Battle at the Wall, and then she wasn't on the finale. So episode where she like walks down the stairs kind of in slow motion. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that at all?
Not really.
It's like
the same episode.
She basically lies for Littlefinger to cover. To cover up why Lysa fell through the door.
Yep.
And then she kind of like walks down the stairs, and like it's like her. It was supposed to signify like her transformation.
Yeah.
To like being like a major player now.
Yeah. And her hair is darker this season.
Yeah, she went all goth on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was dressed in all black.
Yeah.
So she's trying to play the game with Littlefinger because she doesn't have any options.
Which is kind of awesome.
Yeah. So
and that's as far as the book is?
Yeah, so that's it. So this is all new territory with Sansa.
That means everything with Littlefinger and Sansa this season
completely new.
Is new.
Which is scary.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Like, what's in the note? Where are they going?
Yeah. Yeah, because they leave somewhere. They go off somewhere after they drop Robin off.
Yeah.
He gets the note. They leave in a carriage.
Don't know where they're going.
And they drive past Brienne and Pod.
Yeah.
Which is like, what?
Yeah.
They're so close.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the scene, I think it was season 4, where like Bran and Jon they're like right in the same area. And
you're like, Bran, go to Jon.
Yeah.
Bran's like, no, I gotta go find the Raven.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting. I wonder where their story is going to go this season. But they ride by Brienne and Pod.
Yeah, Brienne's kind of having this kind of like crisis of like, who do I follow? Like, Arya didn't want my help.
Right.
What's my purpose now?
Yeah. What about Sansa? Does she know where Sansa is?
No, no one knows.
Okay. Oh, right, because she kind of just disappeared.
Yeah, she disappeared after the Purple Wedding.
The Purple Wedding.
Yeah, when Joffrey died.
Yeah.
So she's acting as Littlefinger's bastard daughter.
Yes.
Yeah. So no one knows she.
But wouldn't Brienne want to go after her?
Yeah. Yeah. But she just doesn't know where.
Okay.
That's why they were in the Vale. They were going to the Eyrie because that's where her aunt was. Lysa.
Yeah.
So they figured that could be a trail.
They were all so close to meeting each other.
Yeah.
Sansa was at the Vale. Arya was at the gate, and then they left.
Yeah, that was always weird. It's like you wouldn't just go in.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
And then Brienne was headed to the Vale, then ran into Arya.
Yeah.
So if only Arya had gone into the castle, then Brienne would have gotten to the castle and also gone in, and they all would have met.
Yep.
But no, that didn't happen.
Yep.
They're all in different places now. Did Pod say anything funny? Probably. He's not a squire.
Yeah.
Because she's not a knight.
Yeah.
and she's kind of like, you don't have to follow me around. And he's like, but I'm a squire.
I want to. This is what I do.
Yeah. Side note, she's going to be in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And that's really exciting.
I think she's the Chrome Trooper.
That's what people are saying.
That's what she is.
Which when I saw that theory, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I want to see her
Yeah.
just killing people.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Game of Thrones. This isn't the last scene in the episode, but the last character story that we get is the Tyrells.
Gay sex.
Gay sex,
Yeah.
pretty much. As we know, Loras Tyrell.
The Knight of Flowers.
Yes, the Knight of Flowers. He is gay, and he has a boyfriend it's the same actor. It's been the same actor for a while.
Yeah.
They're getting it on, and Marjorie walks in, and she's like, whatever.
Cock blocks.
Yeah, and She does. She interrupts them.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what they said.
They're just basically just talking, like... Because Loris is supposed to marry... Well, first she's like, dude, stop being so gay. out in public, like, so open about it. Like,
yeah, because they don't really want people to know.
But everyone knows.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. It's kind of like, okay.
He's the Knight of Flowers.
Yeah. But then she's like, but you gotta marry Cersei. It's like, bitch, Tywin's dead. I don't gotta do anything.
Right. Okay, I remember that. Yeah, so
but Marjorie wants Cersei to marry Loras because then she'll have to leave King's Landing.
Okay.
Be far away from her.
Right. That was the importance of that scene because Marjorie and Cersei really just don't get along.
No.
And now that Tywin is dead, they don't have to get married, so Cersei gets to stay at King's Landing, theoretically. And that's not good for Marjorie.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not good at all.
All right, that's pretty much the episode. It's a pretty good episode. Pretty good season opener.
Yeah, all season openers always have the tough task of like trying to reestablish everything.
Yep.
I think this next episode, so it's going to really happen.
Yeah, and Arya's going to be in it.
Yeah, so that there was no Arya.
Yeah.
There was no Jorah.
No Jorah. Are we going to see Jorah this season?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Well, in the books, at least.
Yes.
So I'm assuming in the show. And then we also didn't see the Martells in Dorne.
Right. Are they going to be in episode 2? I thought I saw that they were.
I think they are. I think we're going to see Dorian Martell, who is the Viper's older brother.
Okay.
And then we're also going to see the Viper's bastard daughters. They're called the Sand Snakes. There's 9 of them.
Oh God.
But I don't think there's 9 in the show. I think there's only like 3 or 4 that we see.
It's too many people to hire.
And Marcella, who is Cersei's daughter, is stationed in Dorne.
Yeah.
So that's kind of another.
Will it be the same actress?
I don't think it is. I think it's older actress now.
Also, the Mountain was in last season.
Yes.
Season finale.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, good memory. We didn't see what happened to him.
No, yeah. The Mountain is still alive, and we don't know what.
Is he?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I hope he's not, but he probably is because he's a beast.
And there might be some magic going on. Alchemy. And
oh God!
Stuff. Yeah.
No spoilers. Okay.
That's gonna tie it into Cersei's story with the Mountain.
Okay.
So.
Anything else about the books?
I don't want to spoil too much.
Okay.
Well, if I am spoiling, I don't know because if it's in the show or not, who knows?
Right, exactly, because they just change everything.
Yeah. So, what are your predictions for the next?
God.
Let's just go to the next episode.
Next episode. Well, I mean, obviously, we're going to see Arya.
Yeah.
I don't know what this door or this House of Black and White.
So the House of Black and White is where she's going.
Yeah.
It's.
Oh, it's in Bravos.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes,
okay.
it's in Bravos.
So if she's going to Bravos, where the assassin dude is, what was his name?
Jaqen H'ghar.
Jaqen H'ghar. Right. He has such a cool name. If she's going there, I assume there's probably some form of a school where she can learn to become even more of a badass.
It's basically assassin school.
Okay.
Because it's called the House of Faceless Men. That's why he was able to change his face.
Yeah. So what if Arya gets that ability? That'd be cool. Obviously, Varys and Tyrion are gonna pursue Dany. I don't know how long that's gonna take.
Do you think we see Illyrio? Do you think we see him?
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably gonna see Illyrio.
We should write these down and see if we're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Arya.
So let's make like 3 or 4 predictions.
Arya's gonna go to assassin school.
That's a given, I think.
We're gonna see Illyrio.
Okay.
I don't know how to spell that.
That's close enough.
Dany is going to experience great trouble with this new group that's out to get her, and I think she's probably going to lose followers, and she's built up so much for herself, and I think a lot of it is going to come crumbling down now.
Good prediction.
So Danny will. I'm just gonna say she's gonna lose.
Sure.
She's gonna lose something. And I wonder how Jorah will play into that, because we know that Jorah is really devoted to her, but at this point we don't know if he still is. I would like to think that he still is.
Yeah.
Right. I would like to think, even though that she has sent him away, that he is somewhere doing something to benefit her. But maybe not. Maybe he's going to turn against her. I don't really know. He could go back to Westeros because he got that pardon. I have absolutely no idea where Littlefinger and Sansa are going. Yeah. I don't know what.
I'm stumped. I have no idea.
I mean, we know that
it's got to be somewhere close to the Vale, so I'm trying to think of like where that could be. They're close to King's Landing, kind of. They're close to River Run.
They're both missing, right? Like nobody actually knows.
They know Littlefinger is in because Littlefinger was sent by Tywin to go marry Lysa.
Okay,
so that is known.
He's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think for sure we're going to see the Martells. I think we're going to go to Dorne.
Okay.
And we're going to see the Martells.
And where is Dorne?
Very south, very southern tip.
Okay, but it's still in Westeros.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so those are our 4 predictions. Arya's going to go to assassin school. We're going to see Illyrio. Danny will lose something, and we will see the Martells. Is this just for episode 2?
Just 2. I think we'll just call this episode 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think those all are going to happen, I think.
All right. Sweet. So we will reassess those next week.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much our show. We kept it pretty close to an hour.
We're trying to get between half an hour and 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
We had a lot of intro at the beginning.
Yeah. All right, so like I said in the beginning, we are Media Maniacs. If you want to follow us on Twitter, we are at media_maniacs. If you want to follow me personally on Twitter, I am at B_Rill11, the number not spelled out.
And I am at Chadillac508.
Yes, which is a pretty sweet name.
Thank you.
And you can follow us on Facebook at, I think it's facebook.com/MediaManiacs.
Yeah.
LP,
yes.
or just, search Media Maniacs. We're usually the thing that comes up.
Because we're ballers.
And obviously on YouTube, which is where you're probably consuming this content. But hopefully we'll eventually get this on iTunes.
Because we haven't got our podcast shit together yet.
Yeah.
We're working on it. We swear.
Yes. All right, so yeah. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will have another podcast for episode 2 up sometime within the next week.
Hopefully the week. Hopefully not the day of the next episode.
Right. And stay tuned for our Season 3 and Season 4 recap. Season 1 and 2 are up. Watch those. Season 2 and 4 are coming.
3
and 4.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Yep.
All right. That's everything. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Think of a funny quote.
Watch the Throne, which is a Jay-Z reference.
Oh.